Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. This week in car audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in, 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 tune in. This week in car audio. Yeah. Tune in. This week in car audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, and co-hosted by Mr. Jeffrey Fernandez. What's going on, Jeffrey?
Hey, Doug. Nothing much. How you doing?
Just fine. Just trying to get this thing working on Facebook. There it is.
Oh, did we get that chat squared away?
I am working on that now, but yes, if somebody does post in the chat, it should pop up on the screen now. I won't be able to select it at this time. I haven't got that part worked out yet, but I did get everything else worked out. So, hold on. There we go. So if you guys have something, pop it up in the chat real quick if you're watching so I can see what happened. Moises popping up in there. Let's see. Did he? I don't see anything pop up yet. So let's see if that pops up. Try something else. I see Sup Doug. Let's see here. It's not coming through on my streaming services.
Oh.
Anyway, so let's talk about your show.
So I had a triple point event at Crossfire Car Audio on Saturday. Evening shows are, kind of cool in the literal sense, I guess you could say. Texas has been in like this crazy heat wave lately. I think it was like a record temperature 108 on Saturday. So it really makes a difference having these nighttime shows. But we had, I think I did a count here. It was 5 new competitors.
Nice.
Most of which were actually all from one area, from one city, and it was about 2 hours away. And I think it's a city that you had mentioned because I was thinking I think Doug had mentioned something about that city.
Plano?
Wichita Falls.
Oh no! So yeah, mine just is the regular
It's
Wichita.
in Kansas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get those confused because they're both Wichita. But yeah, so there was a gentleman, Martin Carnoma. He hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Had a bunch of questions about the show. It was his first time. He said, "Yeah, I'm going to be bringing a bunch of guides with me." I'm like, "Cool, hope to see you there." And sure enough, he came by and he came early, which was a good thing. Was asking a bunch of questions. Hopefully, we answered everything. And it was his first time trying it out, and yeah, he ends up like taking first place in like everything he entered in. So
Wow.
he definitely knows his stuff. I think he was probably sandbagging, yeah. But yeah, so that was a good thing. Yeah, he came with a bunch of other guys, which was cool. We're just all about bringing up this car audio community and DB drag specifically in Texas, and it's a beautiful thing. We had one competitor that was because it was it was a triple point event. We had a competitor close to a world record, Josh Fox, who's been in Cyclone Demo No Wall all season, been doing a bunch of testing and different things with this car, and yeah, I think he was like maybe 1 or 2 points away. He was playing 21
Really?
hertz, so that kind of I was like, oh, you really got to play 20 to be really competitive, or you know how that goes up the SPL, or it's like that balance. But yeah, I was like, oh man, we got to do this. We got to get the world record, and yeah, it was overall a fun show.
I think the next message that gets posted will actually show up on here. I was just looking at some of that stuff. So anyway, that's awesome. We always like new people. We had a new guy to me that showed up at my show. He did. He didn't do Cyclone. Yeah, I think he did Cyclone or something. Keller. He had a nasty, like just this beat up Dodge truck, and did a great. There we go, Josh T2. Now they're gonna start showing up on the screen here. Like I said, I can't feature them, but you'll see them scroll on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Real quick, want to mention our sponsors once again. eBox Designs, they re-upped their sponsorship again for this month. So we got eBox Design and Install, we got Voodoo Customs, and obviously Crossfire Car Audio. So once again, if you guys have an opportunity to support someone who supports something you like to do, please support the people that support us. Crossfire Car Audio, Voodoo Customs, and eBox Design and Installation. All right. Got the house cleaning done. Now we're back to this. Oh, so I did a 1X up in Reno. It was actually pretty cool. It was a small turnout, whatnot. But we had Josh. He's in the chat right here. Josh's son, Jackson, showed up to the show. And he decided he was how old is he, Josh? I think he said he was 14 or 15. But he's
cool.
really young, and so he showed up to the show, and he ran everybody in Top Dog.
What?
So yeah,
it must have been the base knob, right?
That was his story. So he won his
knob.
base race class, and then he's 11.
Oh, he's 11 years old.
Yes.
Wow.
And so he won his base race, so he had the opportunity to beat the boss. He didn't beat the boss. So he beat everybody at the show that on Saturday except for the boss.
He just showed you mercy and was.
Oh, is that what it was?
Doug is an OG. Let him win this one.
His dad was probably making him super nervous. His dad was giving him the he ain't gonna be playing around on you, kid. You better be on your game. You know, it was a vehicle I've never been in before. I don't even remember what vehicle it was, but I got to work. Josh says, "But the boss beat everybody, but the boss." That's how it works. Before we get going too far, I just want to make a quick mention here. Over on my Sonic FX page on Facebook, I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people eligible, and we have I did not update that. Shoot, I forgot to change that number. We have $1,338 currently added prize fund. And then Rusty's going to give us a couple of things. One thing we're going to auction or raffle off here on the show. And that money's going to go to the West Coast Finale Prize Fund. And then he's going to give us another thing at the show on the 2nd. So just so everybody knows, there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people eligible if they get one more show. That's Audio 916 Greg, Guy B, James Woodward, Ryan Woodward, Team Southern Sound Stefan, and Anthony Martinez. If they show up at that show in Reno on 9/2, they too will be eligible for the cash. Now, when I do my 3X show on what's that day? I want to close this real quick. When I do my, what happened there? Eric Hansen. Why don't we have a cash fund, Jeffrey? Oh. When we do that show, you can still compete. It's a 3X event. You just won't be eligible for any of the prize funds. So, and just so everybody, Shane Merritt, he showed up. That's right. Shane did his thing. Came, let Rosita borrow his car for the, what's it called? For the base race.
Base race?
Yep.
What?
And she did a 9.99 in qualifying with that vehicle.
Wow.
So, remember, just real quick, just so you guys know, that prize fund we start collecting and we start being eligible as of the Autorama show. Now, with speaking about Autorama's sister show and where it got started, and one of the, I think, not sure if he's a co-founder or actually just the founder of the Chinook Winds Casino show up there, everybody refers to as Surf City, Mr. Bill Turner. How's it going, Bill? Oh,
I'm good. I'm co-founder with Scott McCrae.
there you go.
Uh-oh, looks like everything froze.
It did for a minute, but we can
There
still
we
hear
go.
you.
It's back.
Yep.
Oh, good. I'm driving home, so cell service gets a little spotty out here in the sticks. But I'm co-founder with Scott McCrae. Scott McCrae has moved on from Chinook Winds. He's now in Oklahoma, middle of the United States. He took a better position. That way he can further his career.
Okay.
Now we've got Tony took his place, and we're going to keep plugging along.
Very cool. Just so we know, we got people tuning in here from Sacramento, Canada, Barbados. We usually have a couple of Australians or people from New Zealand tune in. So
San Diego, Margaret
San
from
Diego.
Yeah.
Yep. So we got people coming in from all over the place. We do get some of the Northwestern guys occasionally on here listening. Definitely get a lot of Canadians. Spencer Stanlin popping in, says hello. Anyway, so why don't you tell us a little bit about the Surf City event?
Well, the Surf City weekend is, probably one of the biggest weekends in Oregon for car shows and car audio. There is a free concert on Saturday, along with a classic car show. That's also the day we do our sound quality and install portion of the car audio competition. And then Sunday, of course, we hold the sound off for SPL. It's a 3 event, world record event. We got big old Chemo coming up, going to be hosting the DD Drag side. And we've got Ray coming up from California doing the Iasca side.
That's Ray Pimley for people that don't know.
We've got Ray, yep. And we've got, I want to say, just about 200 people pre-registered so far.
Well, you know
registration what? Ends on Wednesday.
I actually have that number right here.
Oh.
Let me pull it up.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I haven't heard the total so far.
So as of this morning, IDBL has 84, Base Boxing has 62, Demo Boxing has 22, Sound Quality has 20, Installation Quality has 12, DB Drag has 26, Base Race has 21, and Cyclone has 14. So that's
just pre-reg.
That's the pre-reg.
That's pre-reg. That doesn't include the people that just show up and register.
Or if they show up for Iasca and want to switch to and do DB Drag also or whatever. What's the cost to compete at that event?
The first is $20, and then it's $10 for each additional. So you can sign up for just IDBL, and when I walk the lot and get people going, I always try to encourage, say, try something new. It's only $10.
Yeah. $10.
And I end up getting a bunch of people that try DB Drag for the first time.
Right.
Because up here in the Northwest, we do a lot of Iasca stuff and not a lot of DB Drag.
That is correct. Just real quick, Tiffany and Tristan just texted me out of Bridgetown, Barbados. They're going to do their second event this Saturday too. So they just started doing DB Drag. They only do Top Dog at their events, which is a lot of fun and whatnot. Anyway, so they're having their second event this Saturday too. So, did you come down with Scott McCrae when he first sponsored the Autorama show or no?
I did actually.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I've been to Autorama one time, and I know Scott's been down a couple.
Right.
But I was able to make the trip down once. Had a blast. We got an Airbnb, and had a good time. Saw a lot of people that I had met previously at Surf, and we had a lot of Northwest guys come down with us.
Yes, and that's definitely had a lot of Northwest guys come down. We're hoping to get that going again with you guys. As a matter of fact, Moses Martinez, I don't know if you're familiar with Moses or not, but Moses is going to bring up some flyers for Autorama to pass them out to people at that event.
Excellent.
Hopefully, Ray Pimley gets back to me on whether or not he wants to participate in the in Autorama, because if he does, we'll just add him to the flyer. Say we have IASCA and DB Drag at Autorama, because I know that would be helpful to the Northwest guys. If we had IASCA and DB Drag, I need to get a hold and see if base boxing is going to be added onto that also, or what's it called? No, not base boxing. What's the other one?
Demo boxing is the new one.
No, Base Wars. Right? Is that what it is?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's another organization.
Yeah. Yep. So we might be adding Base Wars if they want to get back with me, and see if they want to participate. So, but anyway, it'll be a 5X weekend for DB Drag, and then other things for the other ones. So one of the big things about Surf too, it's also a fundraiser. So what is the fundraiser for?
It is a charity event with all the proceeds going to Angels Anonymous of Lincoln County. So everything from your registration to the
hoodie sales,
t-shirt
sales,
prizes,
raffles,
t-shirt sales, everything goes to Angels Anonymous. Angels Anonymous in Lincoln County does some wonderful things in the community, from their backpack drives for going back to school, to helping with rent, housing, electricity, and just all sorts of great things to help the community in Lincoln County. A couple of years back, there was huge wildfires. I don't know if you guys remember all of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people lost their houses, and that was one of the years when we were right around $20,000 in donations from Surf, and it came at the most opportune time to help those people out that lost everything.
So is the staff for Surf, are they 100% volunteer, or is there a couple of paid positions, or what? There you go.
No, it's 100% volunteer.
There's our New Zealand people popping in now. So sorry. So yes, it's 100%. Check this out, everybody. If you didn't catch this, this is a worthwhile charity, and it's all volunteers, and 100% of the proceeds go directly back to the community. And why don't you go over the dollar amounts? And like I said, they're like, in my understanding of them, is they're like a Red Cross but for locals.
Oh,
is that pretty accurate?
Exactly. That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So your first event is $20, and then you can add additional events at $10 a piece. We only do trophies for first and second. That's the way we've always done it. And some people are like, "Oh, what? No third place?" Well, first and second is all we do.
That's fine.
But it's a great weekend. We also do Night Glow on Saturday nights, which is another IASCA format. And then, like I said, it's a world record event. We've had a lot of world records set at Surf.
Okay.
So
with the world record event and whatnot, one thing I do want to get, and I may start using this with Autorama also, is one thing he does is if you pre-register, he starts doing raffles. How does all that work?
So what it is we start the pre-registration, usually in about May or so. And once we get up to, 15, 20 people, I start giving stuff away. Some of the prizes are donated. Some of them I purchase, I've given away channel lock crimpers this year. Last year I did some fairly inexpensive multimeters, just some silly stuff that every base head needs in their toolbox. And
so you need to be giving away duct tape.
Duct tape. Gorilla tape is where
Gorilla tape, that's right.
Gorilla tape.
Duct tape's not strong enough. But so I'll go through everybody that's pre-registered. I'll take out all the judges and people that have won prizes already, and I'll just randomly select it on random.org. And this year, let's see, the last raffle we just did was a free night stay at the casino.
So now that's a good one for you people that haven't been up there. That's right, you people haven't been up there. That hotel sells out really quick for Surf City. It does.
Yep.
And so that bonus room that you win as a pre-registered person, it makes, just to get in that drawing alone, it's worth the pre-registration in my opinion.
Well, hold on, because one of the prerequisites for the free room, the free night, is you have to have an existing registration or reservation.
With the room. Okay.
With the room already. So
okay.
The one I just did, it took 5 different tries before I got someone that had a reservation at the hotel. So, but it's still, it depending on what room you have, it could be upwards of $300. If you've got one of the real nice suites,
right,
it's a $300 room, and we comped that one room for one night.
Yep.
So it's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Did we talk about what specific casino it's at, or?
Oh no, it's at Chinook Winds.
Yeah, Chinook Winds. That's right.
What city? And I know it's in Oregon, so it's in
Lincoln City.
There you go, Lincoln City, Oregon.
City, yeah.
Yep.
This place has got to be huge then, to have multiple organizations. You got a classic car show going on at the same time, and
yeah, it is. It's a big property, and the best part is Lincoln City is a tourist destination anyway, so there's a ton of hotels. There's a KOA campground there.
We go camping. Yeah.
So there, if you don't get a room at the casino, which that's where everybody wants to be anyway, because of the bonfire at night.
Yep.
When we don't have extreme heat, but just the beach party and being on the coast by itself, it's a gorgeous weekend.
Yeah, Rosa pipes in. Yes, Jeffrey and casinos mix very well. She must have heard about your exploits, Jeffrey.
She must have.
Well, or she just follows you on whatever Instagram and sees you at the casino every other week. So
yeah, they're fun. They're fun, and if you mix a show into it, casino, hey.
Well, so
like a no-brainer.
So I do a series in Reno every year, and we do it at a casino called Baldini's Casino, right in Reno. And so they graciously give us their parking lot, and we come out there and we have a good time, and it's a great place for us to hang out and in Reno. And like I said, it's a casino. They have food. So one of the experiences at Surf is the buffet. Am I wrong there, Bill?
No, it's great. Friday night seafood, and I want to say they've got prime rib pretty much every night. The food's great. They've got something for everybody. I'm a type 2 diabetic, so I've got to really watch my sugars. They have a huge selection of sugar-free desserts up there too. So they literally have something for everybody.
Yep. No, that's awesome. Like I said, everybody I talked to said the hanging out at the buffet after the show is pretty badass. That and the bonfire are where memories are made, as they say. So,
oh yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
So you personally, do you ever compete in car audio or build a system or any of that stuff?
I have. I compete every year.
Okay.
I've taken a one world record in my little CRX in Hatch 1, and I've taken a national champion. I've gotten rid of that car and I built something for Hatch 3, and for DB Dragside it'll be the street stock 5K.
5K or no limit.
Right.
CRXs they're allowed in 5K. They're just not allowed in 1K, right, Jeffrey?
Well, I'm pretty sure CRXs is probably going to play like 60 hertz.
Oh, yeah, 60 hertz. Yeah, you
50,
should be like
the 50 hertz cap. And
that's right. Oh, no, it's 56
1K.
Hertz. Am I close, Bill?
Is it 56?
I used to do 54.
54.
Mine like
Okay.
54 with
So
the
that
parts that I
means-
had. Yeah.
Which that
so
means
no street stock.
So that means his panels are a little deader than the factory ones.
Is that what that
Just
means?
saying.
Yeah, and but like I said, I've gotten rid of that car already. I did everything I could with it, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
all right, I'm done. I'm moving on to something bigger. So
Okay.
now I've got myself a 2000 Tahoe Limited, running 4 DC 15s in it and a 10K. She gets
Man.
down pretty good. Building it to demo more than anything else because
Yep.
who wants to get a demo at 60 hertz?
And that's
Exactly.
really what our thought process is in Cyclone, in
Yep.
Freestyle, in 10K, right? In the old school 10K, OG 10K class. All those are all designed for people that build demo vehicles. That's why we have a cap of 50 or 60 hertz max
Exactly,
on
yeah.
those classes. So,
Right. And IASCA just started their demo boxing classes.
Okay.
So it's the same exact thing. You got to play low and actually demo to win. You know, they're running like a 30-second average, and then the finals is a 90-second average.
Okay.
So it's good fun, and we got a lot of people signed up for it this year, and this is one of the first years of it, and it's good fun.
Awesome. And that's an IASCA format then?
That's a new IASCA format. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we're talking. I need to talk with Base Wars to see if they want to confirm to be at Autorama, and hopefully Ray Pimley gets back to me and says he wants to be part of IASCA or part of Autorama before I send those flyers up there with Moses to hand out at your show there. Because we would love to have the Northwest guys. Were freaking awesome when they came down here. We had Hammy and that group, and
Yep.
Man, they were an interesting group. So
Yes, we are.
yeah, and hopefully get like the Thomas O'Brien and Marissa to come back out, and they had a great time out here doing this. Those are, like I said, it's just a great show to come and hang out and do cool things, right? Just like Surf is. Surf's got a bonus advantage where you're on the ocean, right?
Literally on the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where the bonfire is.
Yes, if you get a room in the casino, you are literally looking at the ocean.
Yep.
The whole time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get much more beautiful than the Oregon coast, especially, the wind picks up a little bit, blows all the cloud cover out, and it's gorgeous. It'll be 65 degrees and people are getting sunburns. It's crystal clear out there.
Yep. Oh, I heard Oregon, they're allowing you to pump your own gas now again.
Yep. Well, I drive a diesel, so I was already pumping my own gas. It didn't make a difference to me.
Oh. Yeah, that was I just heard that on the news. I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago they were talking about how in Oregon you could pump your own gas nowadays. It was one of those places that they had a rule that it was a law because of insurance reasons you could not pump your own gas. So.
Yep, it was Oregon, and I believe New Jersey was the other place that didn't allow pumping your own fuel.
Really? I did not know
I think those
about
were the only
Joyce.
two that was left.
Okay. So, but anyway, yeah. So if you're heading up there, don't feel weird getting out of your car and pumping your own gas nowadays.
Yeah, back then they used to call that full service.
Full
right?
service,
I
baby.
don't think they have that now.
No, you pull up to the full service side of the thing, and they come out, wash your windows, check your oil.
Back then.
Yeah. They don't do that nowadays. We don't have that kind of service available to us.
Bummer.
Yeah, Lord of Base Manny popping in. So, have you ever competed DB Drag, Bill, other than at Surf?
I did at Autorama.
Oh, you did when you came down here. Okay.
Yeah, I did when I came down there.
Okay.
I like running 29.9. That's one of my favorites.
That is so fun.
I'm in a car that does a 50, and I'm out here and doing the 29.9 base racing because it's a lot of skill.
Yes,
it is.
I'm still trying to get used to using the new tracks.
Boom
because
check.
I would use the boom check tracks. Because it never fails. Right there in the middle, the base changes on me. It's like I've got to really watch my knob and not break out.
So would you like to hear the tip we give everybody about that very specific thing? So
Yes, please.
if you play Boom Check 3, for instance, switch over to Boom Check 4, because now that peak note is going to be off of your peak note. It's actually going to be like 2 to 3 dB down. So when that goes doon 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 doon, when it does that change of notes, it's not going to jump you up. If anything, it's going to move you down a hair.
Oh,
so
okay.
that way you don't bust over.
Halfway through, switch
no,
tracks?
not even halfway through. Just start the next track up.
Oh, okay.
So if you normally use Boom Check 3, Boom Check 3 and 4, I would say are 90% of the people that compete. Mm-hmm. And then so you would just go to the next. If you're Boom Check 3, you do Boom Check 4. If you're Boom Check 4, you do Boom Check 5. So you will find it much easier to control.
I'm going to have to test with that one.
You might have to add a little volume, but it's so much easier to control. So.
Well, yeah, but when you're doing 29.9, I got plenty of volume for that one.
That's what I'm saying. That's the really good thing. So what year is this for Surf City?
Well, this is going to be I want to say it's the 10th Surf City. Awesome. And like the 12th year. We did have a couple of years where we didn't get to have it. And then Scott was able to convince management to bring it back.
Yes, he was.
So after our little hiatus. So, yeah, it's been going on for a while.
That's awesome. And I'm sure it took some serious convincing, because I do know Scott came on and we talked about it a little bit, but he was like going, hey, we want to have it back, but there's all these rules, and you guys have to follow the rules if we want it back. So
correct.
And that was a good, at least a start for it. One thing I do want to bring up to people that are not familiar with Surf City, the cannabis may be legal in the state of Oregon, but it is not on the campus of the
it's not legal
Chinook Winds.
On the property.
That's right.
Because it is tribal land,
which is a sovereign country.
Sovereign country, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same thing with firearms. They don't allow firearms on the campus.
That's right.
So those are the two big ones right there. I luckily for everybody that competes, I'm the one that's walking around, and I'm the one that's enforcing the rules.
Okay.
So if I catch you, it's a warning, like, hey buddy, don't do this here. The other thing is take 2 steps down to the beach, you're back in Oregon technically, and you can smoke weed. It's fine.
Yep.
But it's better for me to catch you than security to catch you.
Right.
The other plus side is I'm friends with a bunch of people in security, so that helps a little. But if you lip off to security, you can go to jail. And the one thing you don't want to do is to come on vacation and leave on probation. So
that is a fact. Eric Hansen pops in there. Peak is 46 hertz. What track should I use, Doug? So that would be Boom Check. Let's see. 3 is 33, 36. 4 is to 44. I would do Boom Check 5, Eric, and see how that works for you. So that would be my guess. If your peak is 45 hertz, I would really consider Boom Check 5 as your song to play during Boom Check. And as Eric talked about the last time when he came on, is he skips the first 15 seconds of Boom Check. So that may be something you want to try too.
Okay, definitely.
So that was a suggestion a few people make. I don't like that suggestion because I want to use up as much of that time frame as I can. Oh, there you go, Bill. There's a familiar face that just popped in there. Mr. Gary Killian. You may know him.
I do. Gary's a great guy.
Yeah. Gary used to come up there for the first few of the surf cities. You know, he used to come up there and be a great attraction. He'd bring his car up, Full Throttle would come up with them. It was it was a good thing when Gary was coming up there. He really enjoyed Surf City. I will tell you that. He's mentioned that many times to me. I'm sure you guys have talked about it also.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for him to make another trip out, even if it's just to hang out.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters. We don't need him to bring anything extravagant with him.
Nope.
Just himself.
He's working. I don't know if you've seen. He's doing the flavoring, the seasonings for food, and he's doing
I've got
some
some
marketing
of it in
stuff.
my cabinet.
You do.
There we go.
So he's got a lot of new marketing stuff. Strategies he's working on, and stuff like that. And hopefully that turns into a true, business where it's a profitable, lifestyle changing business for him. We wish nothing but the best for that guy. I mean, he's one of the most kind-hearted guys, helpful that you'll ever meet, right?
Yep.
So, yeah,
he is.
Gary says, that's one of his favorite shows. He'll be back for sure.
There we go.
Joel's asking if I have the Super Sensor or for Sensor X. I can borrow somebody's Sensor X for the next show you attend, Joel. Josh has one, so I was able to borrow that from him. So we checked it, and it is the right sensor for doing Pankadao. So do you only offer those 3 formats of DB Drag, Base Race, DB Drag, and Cyclone?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all we've offered so far.
Okay. Top Dog, if you like Base Race, have you seen Top Dog yet?
I have. We tried to do Top Dog a couple of years ago and didn't have a lot of interest in it. Was the problem?
Okay. It's very similar to Base Race, but in my shows, it takes me approximately 3.5 minutes per entry. So if I have 5 entries, 5 people competing, I can knock out an entire Top Dog event in 15 minutes. More like about 20 minutes. So, but yeah, I can. That includes registration and then running the event. So, we can do that really good. Joel said he's going to be up in Reno on 9/2. That is was that Memorial Labor Day weekend. And for you guys that are going to be coming up to Reno for Labor Day weekend, just remember. They have the Reno barbecue, the rib cook-off, that same weekend. So go get some ribs, and it's literally 3 blocks away from where we're going to be. Go get yourself some ribs, and then come on over and compete in the car audio. Just saying. It's not cheap. Last year I bought 2 ribs and 2 sodas, and it cost me $100. So, but it was a beef rib. It was like 1.5 pound beef ribs. They were nice. They do have bison ribs, which are quite a bit cheaper. So, Steve, hey, come on up and come compete in Reno. You can have some ribs and then compete in Reno. It's only about a 9.5-hour drive. So, Eric, Jeffrey says, sorry, Jeffrey
he wants me to take notes.
Wants you to take some notes. I wonder what that's about.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it.
So if I were to start with Autorama and start doing the pre-reg, and then doing raffles with the pre-reg, how would you suggest I go about that?
Well, basically, it's random.org is what we use, and you'll keep track of your registration, and everybody that's pre-registered, you just throw their names in the list and randomize it. And we do whoever's in first on the 3rd poll. That way, you randomize it 3 times, and winner is the winner.
That's what we do with the wheel here. We got a random wheel we use, right? I don't know if it's like randomwheel.org or something. Same system.
Similar.
Yeah, similar thing. And we spin it a couple of times, and then the winner gets that, right? So, but anyway, it's so how many people would you say I would do before I did started the raffles or whatever?
Well, depending on what you're guessing you're going to be getting for pre-register, I would start at the first 20 and do something small, and then just kind of you put it on your page and everything else so that everybody watches and sees it, and then they kind of build the hype up to it. The last one I did, we had 200 people in the drawing. That's after kicking out the judges and people that have won already. And some people, they'll register multiple vehicles, so they get multiple entries.
Got you.
So that always helps.
So do you do it per entry or per vehicle?
Well, each vehicle has got its own entry, so we do it per entry.
No. Okay, so say I'm doing DB drag, right? I do DB drag, I do IASCA, and I do base race. So I'm entered 3 classes. Do I get 3 entries in?
No, you do. You get 1 entry per vehicle.
Okay,
so
it's per vehicle. Okay.
Per vehicle, yes. So like I'm taking 2 vehicles. I've got my daily driver that I'm doing for sound quality, and then I've got my Tahoe that I'm doing for SPL. So I have 2 entries. Other people are only bringing 1 vehicle, so they only get 1 entry.
Got you.
And then we also do something that a lot of people don't do at shows, which is demo only. So we have people that'll come in, they'll register because they want the goodie bag, they want the lanyard, the badge, and everything, and they get a park inside the show, and they're only there to demo. They don't run through the lanes.
Yep.
So they're there to have a good time and show off what they built, but they don't care about competing.
Yep. So Autorama works that same way, right? So you pay the $50 to get in the gate. Well, if you don't pay the $50 to get in the gate, you have to park outside the venue, right?
Right.
And it's $10 a day to park, and then it costs you $20-something. I think it was $20 a person to get in. So, or you can come right through the gate, pay $50 for 2 people to get in, and they can park literally at the show and demo.
Yep.
So it makes way more sense just to pay the $50. It's cheaper to go in there, and then with their entry into that $50, they can actually enter 1 class that's included in their $50 entry fee. So all they have to do is walk up and hand me the ticket saying, "Hey, here's my class. What do I do?" And we do get a lot of people in there that do that. They're there to demo. And, I already paid for the entry. I might as well just do that. Try it out once.
Yeah, try it out.
And so that
exactly.
So we get a lot of people like that same thing. So you guys have a demo? Is it a demo area? Or
no, it's just parking with everybody else.
Okay.
That way, if you've got a bunch of friends that you want to park with, you get to park together and everything else. It's first come, first serve on the parking. The other thing is t-shirts are $20. So, just entering in demo only for $20, you get a t-shirt with it. Yeah. You're going to buy a t-shirt at the show anyway. You might as well, and you get a park inside.
So if somebody wanted to donate to the show, right, how would they do that?
Donations would go through Travis and Tony.
Okay.
The other thing with the Travis Chen, yes.
Okay.
So the other thing with the pre-registration raffle is all the pre-registration goes through Chinook Wins, so they have their own system in place for taking money and setting everything up.
Yeah.
And then they send me the list of people to raffle it off to.
Okay.
So that's the other thing is trying to keep track is they keep track of all the names in their marketing department. So they actually have a special system that they use for it.
Brandy says on Saturday, no demos until after sound quality is complete. Is that the same
correct.
This year? That's the same every year.
That is same every year, yes. The last thing you want to do is to have a judge trying to do sound quality and someone, 3 cars down is vibrating your rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and unfortunately, I am the demo Nazi. I have to run around and stop people from demoing. That's one of my jobs there. I put a couple of miles on my shoes every year. Trust me.
So what are
and
the
then running
hours?
around trying to find it.
So did we talk about what hours
No.
on Saturday, what hours on Sunday for the show?
So judging, people start rolling in about 8 o'clock, and judging will start, not too long after that. Whenever Travis gets everything set up, usually around 9:30 to 10, they'll go through. Sound quality has its own little area most of the time that they park in. If there's too many, then they start parking elsewhere. And they're usually finished up by about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then I let loose demos until 6:30. And then we shut them down. And then Sunday is roll in about 8 o'clock, and demos start roughly 10:30. Once everybody gets, starts going through the lanes and everything, we start opening it up to let them demo. And then on Sunday, it's demo all day until we shut it down and get ready for awards.
Okay.
And usually by about 5 o'clock, people are done doing demos. So,
do you guys have like a stage or something where you hand out the awards, or you just come to each organization, they hand them out there?
Or we have a big tent that we do everything under. We do raffle prizes in packages instead of singles. We will take all our raffle prizes and Travis will put them into groups, and then you can pick what group you want to put your ticket in.
Oh, got you.
So instead of saying, okay, well, I'm going to raffle off this one thing and pick from 1,000 tickets, we're raffling off this group of prizes, and there's 200 tickets in this one box.
Mm-hmm. And can you buy extra tickets above your entry fee?
Oh, of course. We'll be selling raffle tickets all day up until we do the actual raffle. And that's one of the things that really drives up the numbers for the donation to Angels Anonymous is the raffle prizes and the raffle tickets. We have a couple of years, people buy $100 worth of raffle tickets right before the raffle just to get the number up.
Yeah.
Which, is wonderful.
Do you have, by any chance, the number that you guys got to last year for total money donated?
I don't have the exact dollar amount, but I know it was a little over $20,000 last year.
Okay. And it was up again, right? So every year you've been slowly going up. You had a year, I think it was 22 or 21, whatever year that was, somewhere in there. You had a big jump. No, it was all the way back like 19, I think. You had a big jump from like 10.
Was a big jump.
Yeah, it went like from 8 or 9,000 and then jumped all the way to like 15. It almost doubled in 1 year. So, I remember
the number of competitors almost doubled too. I mean, we had a lot of people come.
Yeah.
So now, if somebody can they donate online, or if they wanted to buy raffle tickets and wasn't really so much interested in like the prize and just donate to the raffle?
As far as donating money, you would contact Angels Anonymous directly for a donation.
Okay.
For that.
That's
and
good to know.
Yeah, and any donation, obviously, because it's a nonprofit, is a tax write-off. So we have a lot of businesses that will donate, for the prizes for the raffle, and they get to write all of that off on their taxes as a donation.
Okay.
So it's a win-win.
Once this podcast is complete, I'll go back in and I'll edit the information on this, and I'll add a link to Angels Anonymous on there. It's angelsanonymous.org, correct?
I'm not sure exactly what their website is.
Okay, I will check it out, and like I said, I'll put that in the description, and I'll have that there for all of our online everything. So it'll be on iHeart, iTunes, all that stuff. So it'll be on all our descriptions. We'll have a link there to Angels Anonymous if that's what you guys are interested in. Please go donate and add to the fund. Put a note in there, Surf City, just so they know that the basehead community is still coming out. I'm sure they really appreciate it. We do an event every year here at Nyman Shop that's Toys for Tots, and it's known as just an insane amount of toys that we give out for that, right? He has so many toys that he has to put it out to multiple organizations. So I mean, that's a great issue to have, right? When you have such an extra amount, and that's something I find with I find that with the basehead community, all these people here, they're not stingy with what they have, and they really want to help people out, and they'll bend over backwards to help people out, and if they can have a good time while doing it, that's even a bonus. So definitely one of the things. So what do you have? Do you have anything that you got going on outside of just this one show? Do you like support other shows, or what do you do?
I support a lot of shows.
Okay.
I go to as many as I can in the Northwest. Um, the biggest problem I have is the number of vacation days I get to take. My work schedule is Thursday through Monday.
Oh,
Oof.
So I have Tuesdays and Wednesdays
Weekends.
off. Yes, I work every weekend. You know, it's the curse of retail.
Yeah.
I got
So
you.
it is what it is. You know, and my boss is generous enough to give me 15 paid days off a year for vacation. I burn 5 of them just for surf.
Even though you're
I
there.
take an entire week.
He's
Yeah.
there. He's
I
there.
take an entire week off. So, like today is my Friday, and I won't be back to work for 9 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good little weekend, but you know, like tomorrow, I'm gonna spend the day detailing cars, getting them ready to go, and then yeah, I got to load the truck on the trailer and all that good stuff, and start packing a bag.
Yeah. So
It's gonna be a little different this year for me. I'm not bringing the whole family with me this year. It's just gonna be
Really?
me. Yeah.
they kind of over the car audio thing.
Kind of. My son, he's really into it.
Okay.
He's autistic, and he's just not going to be able to make it this year. I don't have enough bodies to hang out with him.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Being autistic, it requires a certain level of attention, and if you can't give
Yes.
that level of attention, bad things could happen. So.
That is correct. And I am super busy the entire weekend.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So.
But here soon, hopefully, he'll come up next year.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good to hear. I appreciate that. You know, my family used to come and do shows with me, but now I've been doing this for 23 years, and they're kind of all kind of over it after so many years, you know. But and you've been to my shows, you know, I put everything I got into them, and there's no spare time for attention. You know, as you know, running shows, Jeffrey knows it's difficult. It's difficult to have spare time to do things.
I barely get a chance to eat.
I don't eat. I
Go to the
can't eat at my
bathroom.
shows.
Yeah, that's
See,
so busy.
and that's one of the things that I do at Surf is I'm also the fill-in judge. So I'll go do I'll go place mics and everything else so people can take breaks and get something to eat, and you know, I'm kind of the all-around guy there.
That's good.
Keep the traffic moving, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure parking's correct. Make sure people keep weights on their tents, because that's something nobody thinks
That's
about.
a big deal too. If you have a
It's
tent,
huge.
you need to have weights. If you need also, you can go to Home Depot and you can buy these screws. They're 1.5 inches long and they're for Durarock. They're cement screws. And you can you just drive those right into there with a washer, and that'll hold your tent down too. So,
there's nothing worse than having a tent fly away and hit people's cars.
Oh yeah, like I mean, especially somebody that puts so much time. Like, what's that guy that's up there in the north west there? He has all the Rockford stuff.
Brent.
Brent. Yeah, like Brent. I mean, how bad would you feel? Hitting
Your
Brent's
tent.
van with your tent, you know?
Yep.
I mean, there's so much work into that vehicle, and just to mess it up. The other thing too is, you know, the like Josh T.W.I.C.'s truck, dude. That his truck is his baby, so so yeah, you wouldn't want to hit that.
Is the venue mainly on like asphalt, or is there like grass
Dirt
or like
or
the
what?
sand?
No, it's asphalt. It's in the parking lot
asphalt.
directly in front of the casino. And so Saturday it's on the top portion of the parking lot, and then Sunday it's down on the bottom portion.
Because you need the extra space, right?
Because we need the extra space, and there's a lot of vehicles moving for the SPL portion of it.
Yeah.
To run them through the lanes. It's a line. It's
Wow.
kind of amazing. If you go through any of the pictures on the page, you'll see some aerial photos or pictures that have been taken from the top of the casino
Or the
of
drone
parking lot
pictures.
in the line.
Oh wow.
The drone
yeah.
pictures,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
So can vehicles park their car at the venue and then like say take off or go somewhere and then come back the next morning and the car will be there, or I mean, do they have
Oh
to
yeah,
move?
of course.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So they can
No,
leave. They can leave
we
their
have
vehicle
people.
there.
Yeah, of course. There's
Yeah.
security on campus the whole night.
Oh, there you go.
So the casino has on-site security, of course, because it's a casino. But
Yeah.
they do patrol. They do patrol the parking lot and everything else. So it everything's fairly safe. As with any big event, there's always going to be a little bit of trouble, um, but it hasn't been bad in all the years we've been doing it. I want to say you could probably count them on one hand.
Yeah.
So that it's been good.
No, that's awesome. I mean, that's
Yeah.
cool. Hey, Jeffrey,
good to know.
we're already at 55 minutes. We're just about done, sir. So you want to hit him with the question?
Okay. All right, Bill. So we got a question that we ask all of our guests. Basically, we want to know what is your definition of a basshead?
A basshead is somebody that enjoys music, but really enjoys low tones, low frequencies, hair tricks, just shaking the ever loving snot out out of everything.
Literally snot.
Literally,
Literal
literally.
snot.
I have been a basshead since day one. I mean, honestly, since the first time I heard it coming down the street, it just got me hooked. It was the local pastor's son had a little purple Suzuki Samurai, and he had a pair of Punch 15s in a ported enclosure.
Rockford.
Yes, old Rockford Punch 15s.
Yep.
And I want to say, if I remember correctly, it was a Punch 75 amplifier. What's
had
really
one of
funny is the
those.
fact that he got all the stuff at the stereo store where I work now, and I've worked for over 10 years because the stereo store's been around that long.
Wow.
I was probably 15 years old when he went by the first time, and I heard him, and I was hooked. That's what got me going. and
That's
I've been a basshead ever since.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where was he asking? Oh, did have question from Brandy real quick.
Yeah.
Is the fire ban lifted for the bonfire on the beach?
It is not lifted yet. We're keeping our fingers crossed, but I don't foresee it being lifted. If anybody has a propane fire pit, you can take that down there because it can be shut off.
Okay.
So, and we've done that one in the past. Used a propane burner to have a fire, but unfortunately, it's not looking good.
But it's mainly in the interest of safety, right? Is that why?
Of course, 100% in the interest of safety. There's a lot of wildfires out there in the area right now, and we don't want to start another.
Yeah.
No, we
so
don't.
it's not like you're saying no bonfires because you don't want bonfires. It's just for the interest of safety, to not have any bonfires, right? But the use of a propane.
Right. It's actually restricted from the federal government right now, or the state government.
Yeah, state of Oregon.
State of Oregon says no fire, no open flame, no fires, but you can use a warming fire with propane. So, but that can change if we get one day with some rain. That they can always drop it.
That's awesome.
So
That'd be cool if they did. It'd be great to be able to see that. All right. Hey, so Bill, how do people see more stuff about Surf City and you and stuff like that? Where do they go?
The best way to go is to look up the Facebook page and join in on all the fun and conversations.
The page is Surf City.
Yep.
Right.
And it changes every year with whatever year it is. So it's Surf City 2023. This is what the title is now.
Oh,
and then at the end of the show, I'll change it to 2024 and put question marks for the date.
Oh, it just says Surf City Sound Off.
Surf City Sound Off? Okay.
Yeah, that's what the Facebook group is. So,
yeah.
Easy enough.
So, Surf City Sound Off. That's the Facebook group. Anyway, so where else that's the best place. I will tell you guys, I've been part of that group. I post my stuff for when I go live and all that on there. And yeah, maybe you'll get some rain out of Hillary. We got Hurricane Hillary heading up this way, so you might get something out of that. That's cool. It's been raining in Northern California the last couple of days, so it might make its way up to Oregon. You never know.
Oh, I hope so. We've got enough fires around us. We need it.
Yeah. So
soak some stuff up. Some
yeah.
water.
So like I said, I will change in the description later, adding Angels Anonymous in there. And stuff like that. So, like I said, Surf City, never heard anything but great things about the event. So, if you guys get the opportunity, go ahead and go. Jeffrey, what you got coming up?
Just over my shoulder here, we got another event. It's going to be the last of our events for this season. Saturday, September 9th. It's going to be another evening event. Starts at 4 p.m. It's going to be at Crossfire Car Audio, Grapevine, Texas. We're going to put up more details on the event calendar, so check it out on dbdragracing.com.
Is it a 12X or just a regular 1X right now?
We're making things happen right now. We're working on that.
Currently it's a 1X.
Currently it's a 1X,
Okay.
but you know, we'll work on it to get it to a multi. We got to. It's the last show, and don't let this get around, but it's also a specific person's birthday on that day. Roger Bridges, but it's gonna be his birthday. He was kind enough to even allow us to have an event at here at Crossfire. So if you guys go, it's gonna be his birthday. Tell him happy birthday, and maybe we can do something for him. There's some talks of maybe having a dunk tank or something like that. We'll see how the weather is. Maybe if it's too cold, we might not have it, or we'll see.
Yeah, it was Moses Martinez's birthday this last weekend. I see Rosa
cool.
popping in there. She says, "Oh, they're gonna make it a 3X, Doug." So Eric's trying to make it a 5X.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I don't have a show this weekend. The following weekend, which is September 2nd, I will be up in Reno again. As we discussed earlier, then on September 10th, we have our West Coast finale. That is our prize fund event. For all you guys that have qualified, come and get your points, come and get your money. It's money I saved for you guys to get it out there and, participate, and it'll be great. So, yeah, happy birthday, Moses. So
Yes.
that's from a whole bunch of people on there. And I am going bowling, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to bowl in the morning, and then the afternoon we're going to do the car show in Reno on the 2nd. On the 9th, I can't do anything there. That's West Coast finale consumes a lot of my time. So, but hopefully you guys are up at Surf City. It's a really cool show. Everything I hear about it's great. I'm going to send with Moses and Rosita. I'm going to send some flyers with them. And for Autorama, see if we can get some people back down here for Autorama again. Since I've been out there again, we don't have the demo restrictions that were by the other people that were running it for a minute. So we don't have those demo restrictions anymore, and we get the whole side of the building to ourselves. It's really cool. We're right in front of the front gate, so that means everybody's got to walk by us when they come into the show. So he said thanks. He is reevaluating his build. Last minute stuff for Surf City.
That crunch is real for big shows.
Oh, it is.
It
Definitely
is.
real.
Yeah. Oh, it's real.
Yep. The Surf City curse, the Autorama curse,
Oh, no.
World Finals
like
curse.
those.
Yeah, no curses, please.
Yeah, we all known those ones. Just saying. But anyway,
My stepson got the Surf City curse this year. He had to replace the tranny in his truck last weekend. So,
ooh.
yeah.
Yeah. So
But
anyway,
he's got it back up and going.
that's
good.
the important part.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I do know the Bug and Bass or something. Anthony Caps, he's going to be up there. I think the Hearst is going to
Yep.
head up there from Ruthless. So
Oh, good.
I
Nice.
think that is. Rosita says, "Don't speak that language." But anyway, hey guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in again this week. Next week, I think we're going to be giving stuff away. We'll make an announcement before the show. But you have to be on the show to be eligible for the giveaway. You have to be part of the live. We'll do the same thing, raise a hand, say here or whatever. We'll add your name to the wheel. We'll spin, and we will get a winner. But that's something we're working at. Plus, then the following week, we're probably going to have a raffle for DC Audio on here. We'll do a live raffle, buy tickets, whatever, and we'll give it away during the show. And that money will go to the West Coast finale also. So we got all kinds of things coming up to add money to that. Want to thank our guest this week, Bill Turner. Great job. Hope you had a good time. Jeffrey, my co-host.
I did.
I want to thank our sponsors. Once again, if you get an opportunity to support someone who loves the things that, or supports the things that you love to do.
Yes.
We got E-Box Design and Install, Voodoo Customs, and Crossfire Car Audio. Until we see you guys again next week on Monday night at 5:30 California time, the only time that does matter. We will see you next week. Peace. We out.